Today's topic, growing pains for real. Listen, this has been one of those years where I've had to ascend to the next level. I've had to grow. I've had to utilize the philosophy of the Empire Within show, which is adversity, adjustment, achievement. I've been in plenty of situations where I've had to use my adversity as fuel, make the necessary adjustments so that I'm able to stand on that platform of achievement. You know, and it's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to tell people, you know, what they need to do and how they need to use adversity to fuel them. You know, it's a whole different ball game when your actions have to meet your words, because now you have to be not only who you say you are, but you have to be who you truly are, right? You have to be that. And the thing I love about life is that when adversity hits, at different moments, you go through different feelings, you go through different emotions, you go through different viewpoints. You start to question whether or not something is worth the struggle. But the best thing about it is that who you are is revealed. Like, who you truly are in the moment is revealed to you. And there's nothing you can do and there's nothing you can say about what you see. Because however you respond to a situation, 9 times out of 10, that is who you are. That is your personality. So if you fold and break down and give up in a situation, then 9 times out of 10, you know, that's the type of person you are. Now, there's always that 1 time out of 10, right? At 1 time out of 10, it might not necessarily mean that that's who you are. It might mean that you just had a breakdown for that moment. And most times you don't handle situations like that. So nevertheless, the thing that's amazing about all of this is that you get to discover what type of person you are. And if you are not where you want to be, then there's work to do. You know, there's things that you can do to fix that situation. You can elevate beyond the current status that you're in. You can move past it. You can troubleshoot and figure out, okay, how do I become better? You know, but if you do respond well, then you can be encouraged, because a lot of times we paint these pictures in our minds about who we are and who we aren't. And the reality of it is that as human beings, we're so resilient that we don't remember the times that we've gone through similar situations, because what we're going through now, what we're going through currently, may seem so daunting and seem so pressing at the time that it may make us forget about the other times that we've overcome so many obstacles. The fact that you're here listening to this podcast on 6 continents, 25 plus countries all over the world, lets me know that you are resilient. The fact that you're seeking personal development lets me know the type of individual that you are. You know, we don't have a lot of people in the world that will invest in themselves. Most people, when they hear about spending money on personal development or professional development, you know, it sounds crazy to them. Like, what? You spent how much on personal development? Why? You could have just, you know, did that yourself. You know, when you hear about individuals like LeBron James spending $1 million per year on maintenance of his body, treatment and stretching and acupuncture and his diet and massages, you know, physical therapy, whatever it takes, he takes his money and he reinvests it back into his body, into his craft, because he understands what it takes to maintain his level of productivity. And it's no different than you listening to podcasts, going to seminars, getting mentors, you know, reaching out to people that know more than you in your field, you know, asking for help. You know, that is what it takes to be successful. Most people, they would never do that. They would rather take their money and go to a concert, or rather take their money and spend it on whatever, right? And it's no knock on anybody that decides to do that, you know, but in terms of the difference between those of us that are successful and those of us that are just doing okay or just making it by, you know, there's a saying that success leaves clues. And the individuals that are successful, we all know, we all understand that you have to reinvest your resources into yourself. You have to reinvest. You have to spend time on personal development, professional development. You have to spend time on keeping your mental health intact. You have to spend time on taking care of your physical needs. You know, if you need to take a vacation, if you need to get a massage, if you need to, you know, get away and retreat, you know, you must understand what it takes to, you know, get yourself to that next level. And I don't want anyone to be discouraged over growing pains. Why? Why shouldn't you be discouraged over growing pains? Because the reality of it is that you're growing. You're getting better. You don't have the pain of regret. You have the pain of discipline, right? Thank you, Lord. You don't have the pain of regret. You have the pain of discipline. And when you have the pain of discipline, it teaches you lessons on the journey. It teaches you lessons to become the man, the woman, the best individual that you want to become, you know? So don't allow growing pains to make you feel defeated. You know, it's one thing to not do well because you're just not trying or you're not doing anything. That's totally different than somebody that's swinging the bat and going for what they want and coming up short. There's nothing wrong with coming up short when you're going after a goal. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes when you're trying to learn. There's nothing wrong with not getting everything right. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to put your family and put yourself in a better space. You know what I'm saying? They're growing pains for real. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to the Empire Within.